champion as you look at him right there. His name is Pernell Whitaker. He is from Norfolk, Virginia, and he is presumed to be the class of the lightweight division. And let's take a quick look now at his career highlights in my talk with him. Pernell Whitaker is 20 years of age, from Norfolk, Virginia. But in 1983, when even younger, he beat up the great Cuban veteran Angel Herrera to become the lightweight champion amateur level of the world. Then in '84, he repeated, holding his title, defeating another great Cuban fighter, Ramon Guar. However, in the Olympic box-offs, he went against Joe Valence of Washington State on July 6th of this year, and Valence, with that long right jab, dominated Whitaker, using his reach advantage to excellent effect. However, the next day, in a close contest, Whitaker turned the tables and is here. He must face a tough Nicaraguan. He knows it.
I feel everybody's going to be that way because this is the big one out of all tournaments, the Olympic Games. Everybody wants to win a gold medal. So I figure everybody's going to be, determined, and it's going to be harder each night, So I feel that I'm more determined, too, because I want to win the gold, and I'm at home in California, and I want to win it for the country as well as my mother and father.
And back live at ringside, the fight begins. Omar Adolfo Mendez, the opponent from Nicaragua. And these Nicaraguans have come here by their open admission for moral and political purposes in view of the strained relations between our country and that country. In fact, we did a piece with the Nicaraguan baseball coach and his team, and they were open in their admission of the fact. Mendez is supposed to be a tough. Whitaker is a southpaw, a tremendous counter puncher. He is not tall. 5'5 and a half. There was a good lift that knocked Mendez back. The official in this fight is Dramkowski of Poland. The judges come from Great Britain, Uganda, Nigeria, New Zealand, and the Philippine Islands. And scoring 20-point must system, headgear mandatory since last April in amateur boxing. You must hit with the white portion of the glove, and now we can get firmly to the action. Whitaker determined to make a sustained 3 minutes each round fight of it. You saw Whitaker cleverly go to the stomach. He is very good at that. He's got a lot of class, and yet he's facing a lot of class in this division of his. He knows it. To get to the gold in the boxing competition. There, a quick one and a delayed kind of knockdown as the mandatory 8 count is imposed by referee Dramkowski of Poland. So Whitaker is off to a terrific start in this first round. Remember, 9 Americans have forged ahead. Whitaker in his debut here tonight hopes to be the 10th, and he is throwing leather. But trying to fight back now is Omar Adolfo Mendez of Nicaragua. These kids give you action. 3 minutes sustainedly of it. Whitaker scoring points. Good left there. Whitaker has the Nicaraguan, I think, fully under control. Caution from the referee to Mendez. First round action, and we're counting down now. Toward the end of the first round, we have had a knockdown. That was not a knockdown. Loss of balance and a push and a slip, and the action resumes.
Stop, Commander. Stop.
Referee takes a point away from Mendez, as if he hasn't had enough trouble. That's what we call a warning. And that results in a point loss. Whitaker has fought like a tiger in this round. Gone to the belly very effectively. Again, the round.
Once every 4 years, a fever sweeps the land.
We're back live. Second round action just underway. Memorial Sports Arena in Los Angeles. It is Pernell Whitaker of the United States against Omar Adolfo Mendez of Nicaragua. The first round, a corking round for Whitaker, including a mandatory 8-count. He knocked the opponent down. In addition, the opponent was penalized a point by the referee, Trankowski of Poland. Whitaker has the basic skills of a professional. He knows very much how to use the ring. He knows how to diversify his punches. You have seen him go effectively to the stomach and then back up to the head. He also has tremendous comeback capacity. We saw him knocked down once. He never wavered, got up, understood Olympic scoring, kept his poise, and routed the opponent. The only way Whitaker can lose, in my opinion, is if he beats himself. He has the capacity to do that, too. Seek to load up, knock out the opponent when it's not necessary. You saw an excellent left and a good right. Right he uses the way an orthodox fighter uses the left as a speed jab. I have not seen him fight this aggressively, though, I must say, in his recent fights. He has always been a counter-puncher, but tonight he took hold of the action. Crowd in the background chanting again, as they do at every venue. Went to the stomach again and again. First with the left, then with the right. Backed up, got out of there. Even when opponents from foreign countries now don't have real fighting capacity, you saw the right lead, then the left, and that caught Mendez and hurt him. You can see the pain etched in Mendez's face. But no knockdown, no standing 8-count in this one. We're approaching the end of it. Whitaker seeking to be the 10th American to forge ahead in the boxing competition. He appears to be well on his way to it. Here's the end of the round. Third and final round. Omar Adolfo Mendez to the left of your screen from Nicaragua. Pernell Whitaker of the United States. They are lightweights. I suggested in my call of the Terrell Biggs fight that American fighters have been less than inspired thus far in this tournament. But Pernell Whitaker came out fighting a different kind of fight. He is determined, and he is fighting more aggressively than I have ever seen him fight. And in perfect honesty, Mendez is not an Alexis Arguelles. Who, of course, came up from Nicaragua. These fighters, even when they don't have real fighting capacity, these fighters from foreign lands, they now have style and poise, and they don't look bad. Even when they're not really good fighters. And I don't think Mendez is, but he doesn't look bad. Third and final round. See Whitaker moving. He's being careful now. He knows he's got this fight well in hand. Good right lead followed by a left in combination. Another good left. At the end of this round, we will have a station break prior to the decision. That's the way to do it. You go to the stomach that way. That weakens an opponent. And relatively quickly. Right, quick right, and then the lift in combination. How'd you like that move, huh? Even Drankowski, the official, smiled. Little showboating there, Pernell. Doubled on the right, followed with the left. Another professional type skill Pernell has. There he goes. To the stomach, then came up to the head with the right in the target scoring area. And inside the last 30 seconds now of this fight, Pernell Whitaker will be the 10th American to forge ahead. This kind of winning can't go on forever, of course. Good left. Mendez rarely connected. Pernell moving nicely, niftily about the ring. We saw another good combination. We'll be back immediately after a word from our local stations, but in the meantime, a standing 8 count is being imposed, and rightly so. Live in the Memorial Arena.
5-0 in the blue corner.
Unanimous, of course. You can see it from the very beginning. Pernell Whitaker becomes the 10th American to forge ahead in the boxing competition of these, the games of the 23rd Olympiad. And the crowd approval registers before you.